Over to you, Ms. Kandie.
Phyllis Kipkongor Kandie's performance during her appearance before the vetting panel on Saturday convinced all but one member of the Parliamentary Appointments Committee that she was not the right person to manage the East African Community, Tourism and Commerce docket. And with her rejection seeming imminent, 175 members of Parliament allied to the Jubilee Alliance converged for a parliamentary group meeting to deliberate on how to save her. And the resolution of the 2-hour meeting was that Nairobi County Women Representative Rachel Shebesh would move an amendment to the committee's report and include Kandie in the list of nominees cleared for approval by the House.
I don't know who sent them to interview, because the work of the committee is to vet. When Kenyans were asking, are you vetting or interviewing, did they then come up with the proposal that maybe so that we can show we are a bit tough, let us look for one candidate whose name we will not pass?
We are not saying Kandie is not qualified. We say Kandie is not suitable.
An amendment that was opposed by members of the Appointments Committee, keen on defending their decision to reject Kandie's nomination.
That docket, you will have a problem. Because she spoke to the nation. She didn't exhibit any knowledge of what she was supposed to be doing there. You may say, and I don't know what is the shyometer, Mr. Speaker, that she's shy. But the person who is going to project the image of this country to tourists must be somebody who is not shy.
If you looked at the papers of this great lady, it did not match with the lady who came for the interview.
But those keen on saving Kandie were unrelenting, faulting the committee for rejecting her nomination on peripheral issues.
There are candidates here that there were issues touching on in relation to issues of integrity, and nothing has been said about them. But when it is a woman, the only thing that you require is that you start facing backwards and then you are rejected, or that you looked at people with funny eyes.
If you ask her that she doesn't know something about East Africa, did you ask the nominee for the earth whether he knows how to circumcise men, for example? Did you ask the nominee for lands whether she knows how to survey land? So we should not bring this. Look at their background and let us recommend this lady. She should be approved to be nominated, to be appointed to this position.
Moses of old, Mr. Speaker, was a stammerer. It did not stop him, Mr. Speaker, from leading the people of Israel to Canaan, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I do not see that sequential, logical build-up of a case that leads to this verdict.
The stone that the builders rejected eventually became the cornerstone. That woman, that lady, is fit for that hold office.
Ultimately, the House had to collectively determine Kandie's fate.
Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
With the list of 16 cabinet nominees cleared by the House, Phyllis Kandie is just awaiting the president's formal appointment to the cabinet and begin flying the flag that almost slipped through her fingers. The Operation Save Phyllis Kandie is anchored on this premise, quote, one's competence is not defined by his or her eloquence. A majority of the Jubilee Alliance members insist that the Committee on Appointments missed the point by recommending her rejection and want the president to give her an opportunity to serve, and if she fails to impress, then she can be kicked out. Francis Gashore, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.